Hello, my battalion and viewers. I'm the Knight of Arcane, and today we're looking at round 3 of the Danganronpa Ultimate Swaps, as voted on by Patreon. It's a bit of a mixed bag with this one. One is okay, I would say, while the other surprised me on how it came out. Anyways, let's check out the Ultimate Swaps, shall we? Fate is a strange force in the universe, and one many try to control and peer into. For Sayaka Mizono, it was pretty easy to do. She knows fate can change easily, for she claims if it wasn't for a book she found on the mystic arts that her late mother had when a storm cut out her family's TV, she believes she would have gone down a different path. The book allowed Sayaka to get close to the woman she never met, and became fascinated by the many ways to tell one's fortune. She started with small readings and peering into fate that helped her dad relax and find lost pets for people in her neighborhood. Soon, Sayaka was able to figure out multiple paths one's fate can go down by looking into the cards, though claims they can still change and nothing is set in stone. But she put on a show for people, making them unable to tell if she was really seeing the future or if there was another reason her predictions tended to come true. With how many of her readings were proven to come true, more wanted to hang out with her in the hopes to get their fortunes read for free, and asking her for advice to change it. This caused Sayaka to be alone in middle school, before meeting a boy who did want to hang with her for herself. He was a martial artist, and their friendship grew, and he never took her up on any offers to see his fate in a tournament, wanting to fight, not knowing any possible predetermined outcomes, to prove himself with skill alone. Hope's Peak wanted Sayaka to come to their academy as the ultimate fortune teller, to use her abilities to avoid any paths that could lead humanity to despair. The night before her first day, Sayaka pulled from her deck both the Tower and Death, but couldn't see what may happen. Even knowing this, she still went on, hoping to overcome it and beat this challenge. Now, Sayaka Mizono finds herself in a killing game, the fate of herself and her classmates uncertain. Will she be able to see what comes next? And will she survive the outcomes she does see? Or will she see her own death and be unable to stop it? Turning Sayaka into the ultimate fortune teller or clairvoyant, whatever, kind of makes sense. She talks about, being an Esper. And while I didn't say the Esper lines exactly in the script, it can be part of the reason why she works as a fortune teller. Though I also hinted something else in the lore. According to the wiki, she became an idol because of watching a bunch of videos of idol shows on TV. So the storm cutting out the family's TV, making her not watch a show, and then find the book, is kind of the reason, we could say, in at least this universe, how she became it. It was a little hard figuring out how I wanted to make her design. I don't know entirely why I came up with the idea of doing the space buns or hair buns, but I think it works. For her outfit, I was thinking of a few different things, and you kind of can see the different elements of it. I looked at Rose from Street Fighter, since she's a fortune teller. I looked at Maya and some of the other members of the Fae Clan and from Ace Attorney. So I put her in some form of kimono with a little, I guess, shawl or jacket-like thing, and then also give her a scarf. That, looking back, especially with the color I land on at the end, it looks a lot like Lisa's scarf. Honestly, it seems like I'm not that far off from making her look like Lisa. Colors were a little hard to figure out. There was one part where it was more almost using Rose's colors, with the shawl jacket thing being that pink she usually has, and then the scarf being yellow like hers. I tried a blue for the scarf, and it was okay, but I like the reddish color it landed on in the end, and then changing that shawl jacket into a white. Overall, I don't think it's a bad design. I can see some stuff to improve it, but I think I enjoy this design of Sayaka as the ultimate fortune teller. This weekly video was voted on by the patrons over on Patreon, who, starting at $3 a month, can vote on monthly and weekly art polls like this one, get early access to content, and get monthly art rewards, starting with character headshots. So if you can, head over to Patreon to become a patron today. Every little bit helps. Anyways, now back to the video. To be an idol, one has to have an exceptional voice and range, impressive dance and choreography skills, and a determination to make it to the top. Yasuhiro Hagakure has it all. Wanting to follow a similar career his mother had before he was born, he worked hard to make sure his voice stood out, his dancing was unique, and that nothing got in his way. Yasuhiro joined quite a few young idol groups, though for some reason, they would always break apart after he joined them, due to infighting the other members got into. Some believed he might have been the cause of these breakups, but Yasuhiro's early stands were sure to drown the posts of these haters out with threats of doxing and other blackmail. He caught a break right before middle school as he formed a group named Peace Dream that he was able to lead, though it seemed a few of his other idol members were a bit more popular. Yet, it's through Yasuhiro's own skills, charm, and family legacy that got Peace Dream to the top, and seemed to get Hope's Peak Academy's attention, inviting him as the ultimate idol. Of course, a celebrity like him would have the option to go to the most prestigious academy in Japan, and his fame even brought more students to join the reserve course program. The killing game the class has found themselves in has caused many to already lose their cool, but Yasuhiro Hagakure hasn't, his charms able to relax many of his fellow classmates. It's no surprise that the ultimate idol is so calm under pressure, but could there be something more behind his charming mask? I don't know how, but I kinda made Yasuhiro hot. Like, this guy's the ultimate loser, or like, one of the ultimate losers in the whole series. And somehow I made him look really cool. I'm definitely stealing this design for someone else. There was definitely a few other ideas I wanted to do with Yasuhiro. I thought it'd be kind of funny to almost make him be the ultimate scion. And while that would work and he'd probably still have like the original personality, I had a few other ideas that made me want to do this instead. Peace Dream is partially because his name has like a relation to peace in its translation. Dream was just, I don't know, figuring out a idol name, and Dream sounded like something that would work. Like I would also feel like it would work to have his mom be a former idol also. She kind of looks like she could have been an idol. While he probably wouldn't actually have this hairstyle because of both, I would assume, the idol industry and Japan itself, I do like the idea of having his dreads and curls becoming like a ponytail with a few strands in the front of the face that I was able to both do really well and also just look cool in general. A pretty interesting outfit, I would say. While I was looking up idol outfits, I did find a sweater over a button-up shirt, so I said, let's try that out. And made the sweater be his like usual colors, and then put a tie on top. Used the blue because just thought it would fit. To harken back to his like original design, I put like a school uniform over his shoulders, which makes sense because those are also used a lot in idol outfits. I see a lot of like plaid used with idol outfits also, so that's what I went with for his pants. And then also added, of course, some rings and bracelets on him, and also an earring. Somehow, Yasuhiro Hagakure as the ultimate idol is hot. I still don't know how I made this loser look really good, but I'm very proud of this design's result. And that was round 3 of the Danganronpa Ultimate Swaps. Again, Sayaka, pretty good. Yasuhiro, so good. How did this happen? But if you want to see round 4 happen sooner, then head over to Patreon and join today to vote on the next poll. Let me know in the comments what you think of these two, and agree or disagree if you think this version of Yasuhiro is hot or not. And if you liked what you saw, then leave a like and subscribe to join our growing little Arcane town to be in the know for future videos, updates, and events. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Later!